I'm gonna put Nas before Big
But
personally.
Nas shit, that shit.
Sorry.
Nah.
What?
I'm putting Nas before Big. Storytelling?
Nah, you bugging, bro.
Nah,
Matter of
bro.
fact, cut his mic off, bro. He wild.
Nah.
Strategic theme song of this hustler. Yes. Thank the customer for loving us. Yes. Everything bakery can't fuck with us. Y'all heard me right, you niggas can't fuck with us. Never thought a scale would get me paid.
We back.
What it do with the business? Talk to them.
I'm K
Introduce yourself.
Swaz.
My name who? Here it go. I mean, you got the rust off, you know what I mean? So you back
Right,
or?
I'm back, bro. I'm back. Lauderdale Melvin, a.k.a. Tup Murder, a.k.a. the star of the show.
Here we go. And we got my boy back for the second show in a row.
Two times. You got
Know what I mean?
your boy 456. I'm in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how we feeling? How everybody doing? Everybody
All
good?
is good.
Everything's good?
All is
That
good.
little homie court thing we did, man. I'm sorry, K, man. I had my
It's
money
all right.
on you.
It's
but, you know,
okay. It's okay.
we good, though.
I just know now I gotta use the dictionary instead
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the
Nah,
thesaurus.
yeah.
That's
You
all.
you gotta use, like he said, eighth grade. What's he said? 8th grade education.
8th grade education.
You gotta use junior high school dictionary. Yeah. You can't even use the high school
can't
one.
even
You gotta
use the
get.
high-
You know
I
what I mean?
can't
You gotta
even
bring
use
it
the
down.
college
Yeah.
version.
Nah, we ain't doing none of that.
That's funny.
Nah,
I gotta use the elementary
Nah,
dictionary.
I ain't say elementary now.
So let's get right into it, yo. Your man, Nelly. I saw some shit where he was saying that his era of music was like the toughest because he had to go against DMX, Jay-Z, Eminem,
Ludacris,
all them like heavy hitters
50 Cent.
and 50 Cent at that time. So what y'all feel about that? Do you believe like that era was like really a good era of music as far as competition and music wise?
Nelly started, my recollection is right, it's like the late 90s. So when I look at when hip hop peaked, I'm going to say like around 93. 93 is when it to me it peaked. And from 93 all the way up into the 2000s. So it's kind of hard for me to sit there and say that he competed because if you think about it, Only Built for Cuban Links was in 95. That was a solid album.
That was a fire album.
Yeah.
Illmatic was 94.
94.
That's a solid album.
Solid.
So, and Big Album, that's another solid album. So
Reasonable Doubt came out, 96, right?
96.
96.
Fire.
So, this era of solid lyrics, where it came to lyricists, and also production. Production to me was all out.
Easy Mo B.
Moby,
The RZA.
RZA,
Yeah, RZA.
Dre.
Premier.
The Diddy
Premier.
Premier.
Hitman.
The Hitman, yeah. Them dudes, it was a lot of good, but Havoc from Mobb Deep. He had
Have was a
Changed the game.
yeah.
So
yeah,
when you think about that, it's like really it's
Drake,
he said a broad statement right there.
No, yeah.
And a lot of classic albums came out in that time frame too.
Absolutely.
I will say this. Hip hop changed. I could see after Big Pass is when the floodgates open with new artists. So I kind of feel Nelly when he said that because you gotta think about it. After Big Pass, we had the rookie rush. That was Cameron, Nori, DMX, Pun, Cannabis.
Damn.
We had
Cannabis was,
yeah. Well,
he was fire on the mixtape, but
you know who that was. You know who was his number one fan.
Yeah, but
look.
I brought his album.
I did too.
I got his
I
album,
did too.
and he lost me when he did that song. If you take all the mammals out the world and you add like, yo, bro, nobody want to think like that. I just want to hear you. I want to hear the shit that you said on the Lost Boys shit. Know what I mean? That Lost Boys verse, that's the shit that made me love Cannabis. Know what I mean? And then when he battled L Cool J, that's another one. But it was you brought back some.
That was like the rush of new artists, and after that, and then '99, you got M. Everybody just. So I will say, Nelly might have a point because prior to, you had you had you had Death Row, you had Wu-Tang. Rockefeller kind of came in the early stages, but it was just Jay. So, and then you had Nas. Like, it was just a select few. But after Big Pass, it was like they opened the floodgates and all these new artists came. So I will say hip hop became very competitive, and also financially things changed. That's when the big budgets opened up. You know what I mean? You had a nigga like X dropping 2 albums
In 1 year.
and one going 5 times platinum, the other 4 times platinum. Like the amount of money.
And both albums was fire.
Yes.
So
It wasn't no fever.
Nothing.
So-
fever. No lackluster.
Nope.
Know what I mean?
So I'm gonna concur. I agree with Nelly. I think that during those times,
Because Jay dropped, what Jay dropped? Reasonable Doubt that he dropped
In
my lifetime was like
Lifetime
98, right?
Volume 1.
That was 98.
But I think Jay
98.
after that
97,
volume 1,
98.
97.
Yeah.
I think after volume 1, the next album after that was
The Hard Knock Life part.
that's the one that
that's
took
what-
Jay-Z.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not to me. Oh,
With the
Fab
Daddy
came
King.
too, 98.
Oh, yeah, Fab,
you gotta
Fab,
think.
yeah.
Fab was another one. So the Locks, like
Yes.
that floodgate that opened up.
Yeah, but I know about the Locks in college because my mans was from YO, so them niggas used to be playing that nigga shit all the time. That first shirt, and then it was the Locks. It was McGruff, Herb McGruff.
Oh
Remember
my
Herb
God.
McGruff? All
That
the
mix
mixtape.
it, Cardan,
Cardan, that Casino, a nigga
Casino,
named Casino.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, I got some funny shit. I can't let this one go.
Uh-oh.
Yo, I was talking to Curb one day, right? He had called me. He had called me, yo, let's put in some work, man. Come up to the studio. I said, yo, Curb, man, I got this song, man. I need a feature. So Curb was like, yo, I can get McGruff. I said, yo, I said, word. I said, yo, he's still right. He's still nice. He said, nah.
Oh, shoot.
Nah, listen. Look, yo, why you gonna put me on blast, son? Yo, shout out Herb McGruff, nigga. My nigga Gruff, the crime hound, was nice during his heyday.
Nah, niggas wasn't fucking with McGruff.
Gruff, I'm gonna be honest with you. Gruff probably was the best out of that. I mean, Killer was nice, but
Nah, he was better than Killer to me.
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me
he
too.
better than
And then Killer got nicer later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
wasn't messing with Big L. He was
Big
not.
L's the GOAT.
Nah.
But Gruff is
Big
the
L.
second. Gruff is the second to me.
I
I think Gruffy was
after
spinning.
Big L, though.
Me
Lyrically,
too.
I put Murder
Lyrically.
in front of him, man.
Who? Murder?
I put Murder
I
in
put
front of
Gruff before Murder too.
Murder Mace?
Nah. I put Murder in front of him, man.
Murder Mace?
Nah.
Yes, bro. That's murder. 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 I'm telling you, bro.
McGruff, listen to McGruff shit, bro.
I listened to him.
Nah.
I asked my boy. I said, "Yo," he said, "Yo, we can get a picture."
We talking about now though, like, but
That's my point.
but
Who we talking about your album? And he told me, I said, "Yo, I need to pair artists that been on or that's on." He said, "Yo, we can get McGruff." I said, "Yo,
this nigga Gruff gonna unfollow me on Instagram now. Shit, nigga just fucked up my Gruff plug.
Nah,
might
motivate
motivate him. I mean, at the end of the day, niggas can't get salty. That might motivate niggas.
Facts,
if you a
facts.
nigga that like competition, I mean, I like that. I like when niggas doubt me. Like when I dropped Who World, niggas was like, yo, like my intro, it starts off with like, oh, yo, niggas saying you lost it. Like you ain't got it no more. Like kick rocks or whatever. And niggas hear that out, they hear that little EP and they're like, nah, bro, you really ate on that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So if y'all want to download my shits on all planet streaming platforms, Who World, know what I mean? It's
World.
there, got good music for the soul, man. You heard?
I'm
Know what I
gonna
mean?
check
But
that. I'm gonna check that. But yeah, like so I'm gonna say, yeah, I agree with Nelly because to survive from the 98 to I wanna say 2008, that decade, we got so much heat.
Yeah, it was fire.
Nipsey. You gotta remember that's they started back then too. You know what I'm saying? So that decade to
But
compete.
like I feel like Nipsey ain't really start to like after the 2008. Like
That's to the masses because
I'm saying,
Hustle in the House. When I heard him,
you had to be like a diehard Nipsey fan when he was giving out tapes to the Game and them niggas. But like
Yeah,
50
yeah.
Cent,
Ross started. Ross.
it's a good question.
I think he was 2006. Matter of fact,
It might have been 2020.
Cause then
2006.
Ross came, then the Game came around
Game-
when?
Game came,
before that.
yeah, way before, yeah.
because
Before
50,
that.
50 came
'Cause
in
50
2000, what?
2 or 3. I remember.
And 50 that Get Rich or Die
Rich or
Trying
Die
is
Trying.
one of the
Yeah,
greatest
yeah.
albums
Classic.
ever put together, bro.
So
it's
li-
literally from the
beginning to end.
like, yo, nigga, I remember being in the club, bro, when they play that "What Up, Blood," "What Up, Cuz," "What Up,"
Yeah.
Gangsta?
a fight breaks out.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that at the end of the night, they start playing R&B now because
Yo, bro.
that club literally,
That might be one of the greatest intros
bro.
Arguably,
First
like
of all, when you hear the coins dropping, whatever that shit is, that sound, or the coins dropping, that shit, and then it gets to the whatever, then the 21 questions. He gave you shit for the bitches.
That's
the
a podcast right there, the greatest intros, because then you got Meek Mills, the Nightmares, the Dreams shit. You
was talking about Puff on that. No. I'm just joking. Just joking. That was some shit on IG niggas was talking about. Like yo, niggas, the niggas say yo, I can't listen to Dreams and Nightmares no more because of Puff and Meek Mill
that
thing.
niggas is horrible.
That's one of the hardest intros though. That Meek shit, fire. That's like I say, a lot of timeless music, bro.
Facts.
Was made back in them days. Like Biggie's Life After Death, or and the other one, no, Life After Death was the one with him.
Was the second one.
The second one.
Yeah.
I could listen to the album like it just came out right now, bro.
Yeah.
And it's
So you love the dough.
yes. Yes, nigga. Well, he talked about my man Ant Mason and that Story to Tell. Like, yo, the nigga niggas be like my man Arizona Ron Tucson, Push a Black Yukon. You know what I mean? That nigga Big was like, yo, his painting picture shit, bro, was
his flow was
like you really literally would sit there.
Well, him and Nas.
Nas too.
I'm gonna put Nas before Big
But
personally.
Nas shit, that shit.
Sorry.
Nah.
What?
I'm putting Nas before Big. Storytelling?
Nah, you bugging, bro.
Nah,
Matter of
bro.
fact, cut his mic off, bro. He wild.
Nah.
He
I'm gonna put Nas before Big, bro.
Never.
Facts.
Never.
Facts.
Never.
Facts.
I didn't like.
Why would you say that?
If you talking about painting pictures, Nas
I'm talking
paint a
about
picture
as
all
a
the time.
lyricist.
Lyricist too.
Nah.
Big
Nas changed the whole fucking game with his
But Nas-
Illmatic gave niggas a way to rhyme. Niggas wasn't rhyming that way.
Big one.
You heard? Big wasn't rhyming that way back in the
Big did a song about suicidal thoughts, bro.
Hold on.
They gave you a song
All right.
about Give Me the Loop.
Hear me
and
out.
he's
If you
wild.
listen to his flow on his Big's first
They
album,
gave you some shit with Juicy.
he was not polished like
Bro,
Nas
Bro,
said.
listen, I'm gonna put an analogy.
If
like
you
this.
put the albums to put Ready to Die versus Illmatic,
I like Ready to Die better.
you bugging.
I like Ready to Die, and I'm gonna tell you why. Nas is like Henry from the Titans, that kind of running back.
Derrick Henry.
He's one way. That's one way he's going to give you. One way. That album is one way.
He started switching
It's
up
one
now.
way. Listen to me. The hip hop as a hip hop, the beats, all them beats and stuff like that, those were die hard hip hop beats. When Big came on, Big gave you a variety. Big
didn't give you a variety in the
Well, he did.
beginning. Not in the beginning. Not in the beginning.
Listen to Juicy.
I think
Oh,
Ready to
Juicy
Die-
was the tipping the change.
All right.
That's when he
Then listen
came
to
with
the next
One
one.
More Chance
Which
remix.
was-
It was
which
all of
was
his
sample-
remixes
Give me the loop.
that got the whole sampling shit. That got that whole Bad Boy sound jumping. But if you want to compare,
Illmatic's
when
album didn't Large Professor do
you had Large Professor,
Pete Rock,
Pete Rock.
DJ Premier,
Right.
Q-Tip.
That's it. That alone, nigga had 9 joints all fire. You're bugging.
And Big had
Track
fire
for
joy.
track. Big had tracks for track.
He
had
could
fire.
not compete. Big had skippers
The
on
what?
Ready to Die.
The what? Okay.
The what is crazy.
The what? All right.
The what is crazy.
Represent is that's a skipper to me.
Represent is a skipper.
I hate that song.
He painted a picture of every fucking project,
You like
nigga.
that song?
Well, represent. No, that shit's fire.
So you listen to
Nigga
that,
said,
you listen to
yo, straight up shit is real and any day could be your last in the jungle. Get murdered on the humble, guns a blast, niggas tumble. The corners is the... Nigga
never
painted
liked
my
that.
hood. He
never
painted
liked
my
that
hood,
song.
nigga.
I thought, and I bought that album, and I love that album.
Nah, you bugging.
I never
You
liked
the-
that song.
You the first
Illmatic
nigga
was
I ever
fire.
heard that...
Illmatic was fire, don't get me wrong, but it's like I feel like Nas was like Reggie Miller. He just was good at a certain demographic. Big was like Tuck's favorite basketball player, LeBron James. He was an all around
Alright.
Magic, all around.
He became all around after the first album.
Bro, he gave
you got to
you a
remember
dub.
all his crossover records were remixes.
Bro, he did a song
Everything
with
that
Bo
made
Dubs.
him big was remixes. All right. Think about it.
I beg to differ.
One more chance is probably one of his.
One more chance. Let's look at One More Chance. Let's look at his B-sides. When The Warning. That was a big record.
Warning was a big
One was
record.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's a B-side.
The what?
That was a
with
B-side.
Ness.
The what is crazy. Warning is crazy.
The Warning, that was crazy.
And you said, that shit was
Unbelievable.
hard.
Like who
Unbelievable.
says suicidal
Unbelievable.
thoughts
It
was
was fire.
Was fire, yeah.
Unbelievable was
I
the
feel like
B-side.
Def is fucking
Okay.
calling
That's
it.
a B-side.
Man, you wouldn't understand.
So
like,
think
that nigga was
about the singles that they released from Illmatic. It Ain't Hard to Tell was the first one.
Fire.
Crazy.
Whose World Is This?
One love too.
No,
Whose world? Yeah.
Life's
The world is yours. The
Life's
world
a
is yours.
Nah, it's the
Yeah.
bitch, and then you die.
That's
That wasn't a single.
because you never
No,
know
wasn't a
when-
single.
Life's a bitch.
That wasn't a single.
But if you want to talk about, you the only nigga I heard skip a record on Illmatic, bro. It's no skippers. It's no skippers.
To me, it is. I was.
For me, One Time for Your Mind might be the only skipper on that album. Everything else I could listen to, and he paint pictures, bro. Like if you listen to that album now, you gonna catch things that you missed, or you wasn't mature enough to understand. And the little nigga was fucking 18 when he did
wrote
this
that
shit.
at 17.
17. There
Yeah,
you
he
go.
wrote that at
You
17.
got to think about that, bro.
I never said he wasn't talented, but
No,
you
it was
gotta
a good
look at it from
album.
You got to look
I
at
think
it.
it's
Nigga,
first-
that
you gotta-
album changed the whole spectrum
Yeah,
of hip
listen,
hop.
I feel
That album had more influence on everything. Jay-Z was rhyming J, check of the Y, check of the Z, I, G. He was doing all that shit.
original
When he
flavor.
was rapping
After
fast.
Illmatic, that nigga slowed it down and got in
Yeah.
his bag.
Yeah.
He had to
Illmatic
dumb it
caused
down
him.
after that, because when he dropped that first shit,
Hawaiian Silk.
no, not
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
Sophie.
After that, the shit when
I
they
can't
drinking
get with
shit.
this
Nah.
in my lifetime.
In my lifetime, I need a whole lot of cash. I need a whole. When he was rapping,
Yeah.
when he was rapping like that,
Yeah.
he was already Jay-Z was above niggas' heads. He had to dumb it down from that because niggas couldn't catch it.
Once
he was
he
already on freestyle.
once he slowed it down, which Illmatic gave him a way to rhyme.
Right.
All right. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, because niggas wasn't rhyming the way as intricate as Nas was. Multiple syllables, like he was doing all of that on Illmatic. It's so much shit that he did.
I'm not disputing you with that.
And I'm not shitting on Ready to Die. It's a
No,
crazy
I'm not-
album,
I'm
but it's not fucking with.
I'm not disputing that, but when I listen to when we ask about which one I like, what moved me the more, it was Ready to Die. That, as far as a complete project, I went
complete
to
project?
a complete project, because there's different portals, different feelings I had with that. If I wanted to feel like give me the loot. Give me the loot. I feel like
So
that.
you felt like, all right,
I felt one way with Nas.
Which way did you feel? Which way did you feel?
Like Shaquille,
What?
shit is real. When it's time to eat, a nigga gotta rob the
with
still.
Illmatic? Like, how did you feel?
Fuck the bread and butter. I need niggas in the gutter.
I know that.
What?
I know that.
I'm not-
I know niggas that was robbing to that shit.
I'm not-
gang, going
I'm not
down to
denying
Brooklyn
that.
with it.
I'm not
yo, we
denying
gonna
that.
Get that, man. You crazy?
The
That
album
shit was
came on,
hard.
him and Carmega talking, and then when I first heard New York State of Mind,
Come
changed
on.
my life.
Fire.
That shit ain't
Fire.
send chills down your
Yeah,
spine.
yeah.
No, that shit was hard. And the shit where he went with the second album, not Illmatic.
I gave you power.
The
Yeah,
gun
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I gave you power. But then he lost me in Nostradamus. Nasty Nas the Esco.
That was trash.
Turn the dials in.
That was trash.
Nostradamus.
That was trash.
Ooh.
To be honest with
That shit
you,
was
That was the
trash.
third
That was-
album.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I said after that third album, he lost me.
Yeah, no, what you understand?
That
But then he got me back with
hold
the,
on, that was more Steve Stout. That was Steve Stout that did
There
that
you
shit.
go.
Yeah,
That was-
There you go.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
What's the album we
I'm
had
talking
Hate Me
about
Now on?
When I'm talking about when we looking
the
at the
Hate Me
first
Now with
album,
the
right?
chorus.
When we thinking
Yeah,
about
with
the
him and Diddy, with him and
first
Diddy.
album we first heard Nas, the lyrics was fire. The delivery, the cadence was on point. I'm not disputing that.
Okay.
But it was a one-way album.
that was a good song.
If I was a female that wasn't in hip hop, was I really tuning into that? Think about it. Was you really?
they didn't tune into Big until the remixes though. And Juicy is what got
but
the
that
bitches.
was on his album though. That
That's
was
what
his
got the
first single.
bitches.
But that was.
But it was the remix.
No, Big Juicy was on his album originally.
No, I know that.
Well, you
I'm
saying
talking
the
about
joint
One
was
More
total-
Chance. The shits that really took Big to the next level was all remixes.
It was a remix, but even if they would have released the original one, it was still fire.
It wasn't hitting the way the remixes was hitting. That's when Big was more commercial. All right, if you want to talk about that, but commercial doesn't mean like I'm going off the impact of what he did, right? So Nas album, Raekwon mentioned it. He was like, "Yo, when we heard that shit, we was like, yo, we got to get our shit together. We got to get our shit tight. This nigga is fucking everybody up,
Bro,
He was
niggas-
your favorite
niggas bleed
rapper's
this like
favorite
us.
rapper. You know what I'm saying,
Bro, niggas bleed this like us. Somebody gotta die. If I go, you gotta go.
Bro, that album is
Story to
crazy.
tell.
I'm not, son.
No, I'm getting
Yeah.
Suicidal Thoughts. Let's go to the first. Forget about the second album. The
Yeah.
first album. That Suicidal Thoughts.
Incredible. I'm not,
I feel like death is fucking calling me. Nah, you wouldn't
bro.
understand.
I am.
When you first heard the warning, how did you feel?
it was a dope ass story. It was fire.
That one is shit
It was
crazy.
fire.
He talking about Mobb Deep and that shit.
Who the hell is this?
My nigga,
Paging me at
Fame and
5:46
Prospect
in
used
the
to.
morning.
MOP.
MOP. Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
MOP.
So when you first heard that,
It sent chills down my spine, nigga. Yes, it was everything. I'm not denying that, but I'm saying what was more impactful for hip hop.
it depends on the.
They
type
don't.
Of,
Nobody names "Ready to Die" as a monumental record like Illmatic.
we're talking about maybe Die Hard to the like.
Illmatic
you got
is
people-
in museums as the. It was the most impactful
Okay, let me ask you
album
this.
in hip hop
Okay,
history.
All right, let me look at it. Let me flip the coin. Is Reasonable Doubt Jay-Z's best album?
You could argue that or Blueprint.
But
He had a lot of.
Reasonable Doubt, he was over niggas' heads with that.
What's the biggest argument? What's going on right now with Dame Dash and Biggs and Jay-Z?
Oh, the
It's the masters of that one album.
Of that one album.
Which my boy is, because we from Harlem, we represent Harlem all day, every day. That he said, you know what? I'm going to sell this to Cam and Mace. I want them to have this right there.
That was Cap, by the way. It's not going down. But yeah,
It's going to go down.
no, it's not.
It can't.
Why?
It's not going to go down. It's not happening.
Jay has the right of refusal for that, bro.
Negative, because
It's in the stipulation.
and the judge sit there. And he just said it. The judge
The judge says that, but they have a right to refusal. Check that out, bro. Just look it up.
And I don't think they're going to do it anyway because it's really not a financial gain for them. It's really not. But that and Blueprint are Jay-Z's two best albums.
Okay.
Dynasty probably the
And
third.
American Gangster. Don't sleep on that.
That
one.
was fire too. Don't get it fucked up. But Jay has some filler albums where you
Yeah. That whole
yeah.
that shit.
Black
Show
Album
me what
3.
you got.
Yeah, it was like he had a lot of those.
That was the end, man. That was like
Nah, yeah, I ain't like that. But he came out with some shit.
talking about
Yeah.
Black Album. We're talking about at the
That
peak of it.
444 shit.
Yeah.
What
that-
did he do in the peak of them years that we just was talking
Oh,
about?
no, yeah,
he
no.
had fever.
Oh no, he had fever. Jay
He had fever. And the only thing I'm saying with Nas,
Money, cash,
that
hoes,
album
money,
was
cash, hoes.
dope.
What?
But it was a hip hop album. It was a hip hop album.
He couldn't get past that either. When you have a classic, you don't know the curse of the classics. You know too many niggas that got 2 or 3 classics.
No, I don't know.
Nobody, right? It's the curse of a class. Ray had the purple tape, right? Nigga, he could not. You can't. And that was a hip hop album. That wasn't too versatile.
Raekwon?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, I mean, Ice
Only
Cream.
Built for Cuban Links was a classic, bro.
Of course, that's what only the purple tape. That's the purple tape. Yeah.
Got you.
Right.
So look, it's the curse. Nas got hit with that curse. He couldn't, even though the second album was fire. It was written was crazy. That went dumb.
Those 2 albums was good. Then he had,
And then he was. I won't lie. After that,
Nah.
I'm not going to defend him.
The album he had with that he did when they did "Hate Me Now," that Puffy, that was a good.
That was a good album. That was yeah.
That was not a good album.
That's
That's
false.
Nostradamus. That was
Hate Me Now was
Nostradamus is
Nostradamus.
"Hate Me Now."
Yes, it was
Oh,
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus. Yeah.
It was Nostradamus.
Mama's he beats
No, Made You Look.
No, that's I Am. I think that's I Am.
No, yeah.
Right?
I think it's I Am.
That's I
Which
Am.
one is it? Made You Look?
No, I Am is the second album. It's
No, it was written as
it
the
was
second
written as
album.
the second album, bro.
Okay, what's the
I
third
think
album?
the third album is I Am, and then it was
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm talking about I Am.
Because remember, it was written I Am Nostradamus. Yeah, that's
What's the one
that's
that
the way it goes.
said he had this like "Made You Look"?
That was like
You a page in the rhyme.
was that
my
Streets
rhyme.
Disciple, but one of them other drinks.
It was
that was.
Which one was that?
That's more towards 2003,
Yeah.
2004. That's like when he was going at with Jay-Z.
But is he a more versatile artist than Big? Hell no. Big could do everything. But impact.
So let me show you the difference.
Impact.
Let's just use the crew, right? Let's just use the crew. I was talking to my cousin, right? We were sitting there and we was talking about Julio. When I said, I'm gonna fuck with Julio, we're gonna do this music. And then his albums was dope. I never said that Julio albums was whack. They was real dope albums.
Right,
I wouldn't
right.
fuck with him if he wasn't. I felt like he's my favorite rapper. Like him. Like it's not just that. Not that he's my man.
Right.
He's my favorite rapper. I
Right.
can work with him and tell Julio, I need you to do this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do this right here. And my cousin was like, you ain't gonna be able to top what's the other one?
Say my name.
He said, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to top that. I said,
No,
yo,
they call me who? They call me who? That was
call me
like,
who?
yeah. That's
I said, yo, I would smoke that album. And I'm cocky like that. I don't give a fuck who he worked with. I would smoke that album.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Me and Julio, yo, child, I don't know, man. I said, who? Don't worry about it. Just do it my way. I'm looking, mama, I can write, I can produce.
Right.
I know his voice. I can write rhymes like this dude.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I'm sitting there and saying I like versatility. My preference is versatility.
Mm-hmm.
instead of just, I don't want to make everything sound.
Oh, you don't like a one-dimensional MC, basically, right?
No, I want-
or a project. Period.
I feel like the best MC is Big, because for the simple fact that you're not going to smoke him on. When he took them Bone style and outshined them on their own goddamn style.
Dangerous. Ain't too many
That to me, that went a long way.
Notorious.
That went a long way.
Bro, not taking that away from him, but pound for pound, I still got to give it to Nasir, bro.
But you're only going to get one thing. That's like having a running back who can't catch in the backfield.
But guess what? But guess what, though? I mean, that's not. I mean, you could argue Jay then, because Jay could do everything, right?
I never
But
said
Jay, I don't put Nas before Jay.
I put Jay before both of them.
Before Nas and Big.
I put Jay before both.
And I can understand why you would do that.
His body of work is longer.
I got Source.
Right.
Big would still been alive.
No, I got Source magazines with Big.
Nas got too many concepts. You gotta remember them albums that y'all probably skipped. If you listen to it and you listen, see, I care about lyrics, concepts, thoughts, shit that make you think deep, right? Nas put you in that bag. So cool. That's what he does. And to me, he's the best at it, right? He's in his lane. That's his pocket. Every time he tries to steer out of that shit, it don't work, right? So that's why he's forced to be one-dimensional, because people are not checking for Nas for that type of music, right? So he has his lane, right?
That disease, the King disease joint, when he started doing shit with like ASAP Ferg.
Yeah, that's when. Guess what?
He started loving. He started changing.
Hit Boy is the one who took him to another. Nas suck at picking beats.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's
He
why you
suck at picking
sometimes you
beats.
gotta go where the coaching is good. You feel
Right,
me?
right,
Where the coaching
right.
is good, because you can have
Steve Stout fucked him up.
He
Steve
was on the
Stout
Jets.
fucked him up.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
He finally gets to Seattle, and he starts turning up. It's just the coach.
Because the coach know how to work with him, right?
He finally made it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Hit Boy was like, yo,
Hit Boy, the
you know
nigga's
what?
like
I know
5.
you could do
He
this.
5-0, right? What they got? 5 joints together?
He's
5
like,
and
yo,
0.
I know you good in this, but I need you to do this right here. And that's similar to when I work with Tut.
Right.
Yo, I like this, but I need you to say this right here. I need you to do this right here for me. This is the concept I got. Because I like I told you before we started the recording, I was like, I like to work with people that push me.
Right.
When I'm
And
doing music.
who also got some creativity behind them too, right? They're not going to just let you go in there and say anything.
So let me ask you this question: when I brought his project to your studio, and you sat there and listened to it, first of all, I know you. You're not going to waste your time if you think some shit is trash.
Yeah.
You sat there and said, "Nah, he got to record this whole shit here. I want to record the whole shit. Let me get that. Let me touch that."
Remember, when I'm listening to something, I'm listening from an engineer standpoint and an MC standpoint, right?
exactly.
So, I felt the quality could have been better. That's it. You know what I'm
like
saying?
that. I like that.
I was like, you know what? It's going to make you better. You know what I'm saying? If people hear quality, they want quality, right? They want your shit to sound polished. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like when it comes to music, you can't be a nigga that takes shit to the heart. You feel what I'm saying?
Nah.
I never been.
Some people do though.
No, they do.
Yeah.
And niggas let their emotions get in. Like
Facts.
I've been in ciphers with niggas that was better than me.
Yeah.
But I done controlled ciphers because who I am and how I give it up in the cipher. You feel me?
Bro, I seen niggas who like I said, they don't bar off the way other niggas bar off, but they swag their way through.
Yeah.
And niggas was like, this nigga nice, but I feel something. Like I feel something. So I know how that shit
That's
go.
what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? So you gotta be able, like, I feel like in that era, compared to this era, it was a lot of like niggas, like, yo, bro, you had Jay-Z, DMX. You know what I mean? You going on that. And you said the new niggas, like you had Pun. Then you had 50. Then you had niggas was really barring to death. Now, the circumstances in this music game.
And the money was crazy too.
No, and the money was
was that's when that was the peak. Right now it's
bananas.
Niggas is not getting $10 million budgets. Ja Rule, that nigga budgets was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was doing units.
And we was just talking about chess with Russell Wilson and Future and other show. 50 Cent just played chess. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, and I'm gonna do the same thing you do. Cause he came out with, remember, Ja Rule was singing.
Yeah.
50 came out with songs singing and all that.
Yeah.
He gave you your shit, but
Not for nothing. 50 melody game is stupid.
No, it is stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah, he was another one.
Yeah.
Eminem, like, even regardless of what you could say about Eminem, he always had them. Hi, my name is.
Yeah.
I heard that in the club, bro. Booms NYC, niggas is singing that. Hi, my name is. think your name is in it or whatever the fuck he was saying.
I don't think he withstand the test of time, though. Because now you look back, it's kind of corny now, right?
So,
Nah, he can't rap like that no
some
more.
of them, yeah. But
Yeah.
okay. let me
But
ask
remember,
you
it was
a
working before when he was doing songs like, and MTV was playing there, and you had
Yeah.
all that.
Nigga, nice.
So let's look at Korea. Or look at the timetable.
Yeah.
It's safe to say, my opinion, the guys that started in the mid 90s to late 90s would smoke the guys in the 80s.
Yeah. And smoke the guys
That's
now.
your era. You used to rap, right?
No, the thing
Yo,
is,
Tut, that's your era, right?
With what?
You used to rap with Africa Mambata and them niggas. I saw you in the video, nigga.
My man, you was rhyming before me. You was rhyming.
I saw you in the video, nigga.
You ain't hear that shit.
Hot place everywhere. Ha ha ha.
You know.
My nigga Tut was in the back like, yo, what up?
Man, first of all, my first inspiration to write a rhyme is him and my cousin. They had a song. They was in a group. They had the song Straight Gangsta Black.
Oh, yeah, Straight Gangsta Black.
That was in 91.
Yeah.
So
oh
you can't
shit.
put-
Yo, who you been spitting since 91?
Oh yeah, I've been.
We've
My
been
nigga.
all spitting since 91.
Fire.
That's
Okay.
what I'm telling you. When we was carrying, we went from real to real, Ain't That.
all that.
No, real to reals, Dats, Ain't Dats. And
So
then-
Mike's on the
Fucking
thing.
hard drives now, right?
Yeah.
Shit crazy.
So the guys that we talk about now, I don't think bar for bar can fuck with the guys of my era.
And what do you consider your era?
My era is from the early 90s all the way up. I take the 2010.
I say the only two.
I agree.
I only feel the two niggas that could probably compete in that era, if they would have dropped in that era, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. I think
When did
that-
Cole drop?
Cole dropped well, I knew about Cole since like 07, 08.
Yeah.
I knew about. I heard about him.
He ain't get his traction ain't go crazy until like after. But now
But
he's,
that era, if you want to say, even if you say from 93 to that era, right? That to me, that's the golden era. And like I said, Nelly's right. Like to compete during that time, you had a lot of competition,
Yep.
bro.
You
Like
gotta- you had to come correct.
the best of the best, and these niggas was not. Back in the days, an artist could do an album, chill for 2 years, work on this shit comfortably, no pressure,
Right.
comfortably. X then fucked the game up. Now it's like you got an album. Ain't no rest.
Nope.
And I think that hurt the game because the creativity, you kind of need time to live to get creative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
But
With
I
me,
think-
I gotta
I think-
live. Like I have to go through shit.
Right. To put
Yeah,
out
build
to
up
put out
shit,
a-
basically,
to-
and not
to
like,
put
all right,
out
let me
a
let this
strong
shit out.
product.
But you
Some
gotta
bars.
like,
like
before,
me
you got-
musically, I done lived a life, so I know. Like I've lived a life where it's not just I know the street shit that I've been through.
That's second
You
nature,
feel me?
right?
So
That's
you know what I
second
mean?
nature.
So like
yeah.
when you listen to my music now, even if I reference shit from the street, that shit that I went to because I haven't reached that plateau where, you know, I'm good, but I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable yet.
Right,
so
right,
when I
right.
get to that comfortable level, I'm gonna start talking about yachts and flying G5s and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm not there yet, like,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm in a place when it comes to musically where I can talk about shit like that because I'm still around.
But nah, that pocket is listen,
Yeah.
master your lane.
exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
a Benny or a Conway is not that versatile, bro.
And that, and shout out to them niggas because
That's who I listen to now.
Nah,
that's who I
because,
listen to now too, because that's the
it is?
essence.
No.
That's what we love.
But you know what?
That's why it's easy to
they
fuck
gave
with
us
them
they
niggas.
gave us an avenue because back in the day, niggas used to put this like, I'll be rapping. So niggas like, yo, damn, you still rapping? I said, nigga, you still fucking?
Nah.
You still like the fucking 40 something, nigga.
And they came in the game
You feel
late.
me?
Them niggas came in the game
Exactly.
like
So they gave me-
38, 39
so you know
years
what
old.
I call my music now adult contemporary rap, bro, because that's what I like.
Oh no.
Know what I mean?
You got to realize this: hip hop is new. Still,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah,
new.
Exactly.
Who said it's a young boy sport? You know what I mean? Like X came in the game at 30. X didn't get his break to 30 years old.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's if you got the gift, you got the gift. It is what it is.
man, that's what I'm
Conway, Benny, and them niggas came in the game
Yeah,
late.
man, when them niggas
was like-
started and they opened that lane
Niggas
for
was like 38
Yeah,
years
nigga.
old. Them niggas, and they gotta remind niggas like, yo, we got some age on us. We not young boys. You know what I'm saying?
And mind you, niggas is not doing shit where they don't got a radio song.
Nah. No radio. But
They really bought
this is where the times change now, right? It's not a money era like that no more.
No, but
so look, the money era, I'm gonna say hip hop's peak where niggas was getting big bags off this shit, stadium tours, this, that. You still got your stadium artists. You got the Drakes, the Waynes, the Nickies, but right now it's at a weird space because you don't need a record label to be successful. You don't need
No.
Record labels need you now. You know that, right? You can build your own buzz via the internet, right? You could push your own music and be completely independent now. Are you gonna get marketed the way you will with a major? No. And that does help. You know what I'm saying? But you get to own your shit and you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when they was fighting for Young M.A when she was on fire?
Right.
And they was like, damn. Most people would say, yo, she should stay independent.
And
like,
she's still independent.
Yeah, she did, right?
Yeah.
So
Her shit is Young Ma music.
bro, you could just drop and music is direct. You could go to the studio, get that shit mixed, mastered,
TuneCore.
and well, you don't need the master.
Nah,
yeah,
nah,
exactly.
TuneCore. Nah, you
Yeah,
go TuneCore.
exactly.
Yo, bro, I put my shit on TuneCore.
And they send it to everywhere, right?
I started blasting my shit. So one day I go, my royalties. I got $600, bro.
There you go.
And my shit, nigga,
There you
my
go.
TuneCore has $600.
There you go.
That may be small for some, but I'm like, yo, no, I didn't even know niggas was buying my shit, bro. I just went to my shit and it said,
What was the shit?
This is what I had in my thing, in my disposal. $600. Some niggas bought singles, some niggas bought the album for like $5.99.
Yeah.
Yo, I had $600. I'm like,
Bro,
damn, you know, that was a big feature for me because at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, niggas really fuck with me. And when I started fucking with bro, niggas would come up to me like, yo, tell your man Tuck, because they call him Tuck. They don't call him Tuck.
Yeah.
Like, yo, tell that nigga thank you for bringing you back, because my niggas love, because I speak that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So niggas be like, yo, who? I love that you fucking with your man, because you know what I mean? He got you in your bag. You know what I mean? Now I mean, to get back to Benny and them, like, they may not do great with the album sales, but bro, listen, I don't do security for them type of events, bro.
Yeah.
They merch game,
Yeah, crazy.
million
Crazy
status, bro.
Crazy.
You see white kids, Chinese kids in these events, bro.
And shows.
How the fuck are you here, nigga?
Bro,
And them niggas is buying.
nigga, shows.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just everything. Like
They shit sell, bro.
the game is different, right? When Nelly was in the game, you had to have a radio single, right?
Yep.
You honestly, that was it. And niggas would compromise themselves. That's why the Nas's and certain artists couldn't compete during that shit because
everything from these labels was, yo, what's your radio song?
yeah, like, all right, where's your single? And people like, all right, like you had to run to who? Neptunes, Timberland. You had to run to the same people, right?
Unless you got like a universal shit that just like deniable, like Boosie, Wipe Me Down.
Right.
My name is Mike Jones. Or whatever that shit was. Know what I mean?
Every now and then somebody
some
will
niggas
creep through
with
the
their
shit.
know what I mean?
With they exactly.
Eminem.
But
Hi, my name is.
that was mostly Southern artists that kind of had those avenues,
Yeah.
but other artists they had to. Where's your radio single?
No,
Where's
that's
this? Where's
always.
that? And that's why. But artists made the most money during that time. You had all the tours, Hard Knock Life tour. You had was the Rough Rider tour? That was
It was Rough Rider,
And-
Rough Rider, Cash Money.
Cash Money. That
That's
tour.
a big fight.
Facts.
The Wu-Tang joint.
Bro,
Wolf World. That was the whole
bro.
They
The
had
amount
Sons of Man.
Wolf still.
they're not making money today the way they was making money back then.
Nah.
Like I said, that time it was the most money in hip hop. That shit is dead now. Right now, hip hop is like I said, it's in a strange place because you got different genres in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got drill. You got whatever you want to put. You got the boom bap shit, basically the Benny and them shit, right?
Yeah.
You got emo, like what's XXX?
XXX.
Yeah. It's so many different lanes.
See, but the thing about this new
you got trap. You got everything. Like it's so many.
The thing about this new genre is with the drill shit.
Yeah.
It's 100 niggas that sound the same. Little X, Ox, Bix Box, thing.
But they all got Fabio the king to me.
No, Fabio got it.
Yeah,
I fuck
he
with
the
Fabio.
king.
But then there's all these other things like the D thing nigga. He got some shit.
Yeah. Now I fuck with Chef G.
Yeah. But them niggas got songs.
They grown. They kind of like
they not really like drill. Like
you right because they do other type of shit,
Other
right?
type of shit, like,
and
you know.
They got feeling behind it. Like they shit different.
Like, you know what I mean?
I don't really categorize them with the rest of the drill.
Rod Wave nigga, he got his own, like, you know, got his own lane.
Right.
So it's certain niggas that got the thing, but then when you got these niggas that sound
all the same,
fucking same, then you got, don't get me wrong, shout out to the Bronx, man. And I love Cardi B. That's my Ice Spice. Her cadence don't change at all, bro. Her shit is ABC elementary. Yeah. And she killing the game with that. Thick than your shit.
That you think you're the fart.
I'm a fart.
Yeah.
It's the same beat.
Like I said, I work in clubs too.
Yeah.
And I see people and niggas are singing this shit out, and me as a rapper, I'm like, yo, bro, if I had to rap like this back in the day, I made a killing, bro.
But don't do it. Don't compromise.
No. I'm never gonna compromise.
No.
I can't make music like that, bro.
Right.
That music to me like that is not my thing.
To me, stay in your pocket.
Exactly.
It's okay to be how Nas is now. Yeah. Because there's a lane. Benny don't stray much out of his lane. No. Conway don't stray much out, but they have there's a demographic for that. I heard and that demographic is niggas like us.
I heard the Conway joint that he did, the same shit that King Combs used.
Yeah.
See, I got the total shit.
Yeah.
Puffy ain't want to release the rights for him to use that, the clearance for him to use that. But I heard the King Combs version. I heard his version. That song could have been something big for him in the game because it's a different avenue. Because at the end of the day, he's still spitting.
Right.
But he's just, you know what I mean? Like,
but do you think you need that now? Do you need a pop?
Don't, bro.
You don't need a pop, right?
Your story.
That sells. That's actually this. You keep going because I know you know what you're talking about. You already said it. Your story.
Niggas fuck with you.
Content.
Your content, your story, and niggas fuck with you, and you a real nigga, and niggas can vouch that you a real nigga. Cause it's a lot of niggas out here that
your content, your image, everything, all of that. That sells you before your music. You know what I'm saying? Like that sells you before your music. That's how it is now.
When you was doing your the project, the Who World, who mixed it?
My man, Congenius.
He mixed the whole thing. Because we did it in his studio. So we did it in there. And the way that came about was because niggas was like, it's always a method with me. Yeah.
Niggas was talking shit like, I can't do what I do.
Yeah.
So I got a song, Dead Dreams, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's on there where I'm telling niggas like, and niggas was like, who you talking about? I said, if you feel it's about you, then it's about you.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna reveal who I was talking about. Yeah. Know what I mean? Holler that brother shit. But when I want to fade, niggas don't want to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said that in the song, like, you know what I mean? So it was certain things like it was strategically thing. They call me who?
Yeah.
I didn't write no rhymes for that, bro. I literally went to the studio and freestyled that whole shit. And I got a song called Ghetto Mausoleum, bro. If you hear that shit, bro, 3 verses. Know what I mean? I'm gonna send it to y'all niggas. You hear that verses? I put that against anything that niggas got out now, bro. And that came from the top of my head, literally in the studio, punching in bar for bar.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Did you punch in bar? Okay.
Oh, no, I punch in.
Nah, listen.
I 4 bars, boom. 4
you know
bars.
what's crazy? That method is how people record now.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's it. So if you was doing that, you bit, so yeah,
you know
was
who
ahead
got
of
me
the
like
game.
that? My man H, because I used to sometimes be in the studio hearing the beats.
Yeah.
And I be...
Wayne do that.
I be rapping.
You know Wayne do that. He engineer himself too. You never seen a nigga working?
Bro, if you got a fire beat,
he engineer himself.
Bro, if you got a fire beat, first thing you gotta know about me, the first 5 seconds of your beat, if I'm already in my mind like this and it's clicking, you got something hit. If I listen to your beat, I can listen 5 seconds to it, and if it's not hitting, I go on to the next. When my mind start clicking, I start saying, when I heard that fucking Shinobi sword, I'm like, oh nah.
Started going.
Yeah, so the reason why I brought it up, I learned from him another process. This shit cracked me up. So, you know how before we used to record the songs and we like when dude mixed the song right there for us, right? So I took over, I said, I really don't, you know what I mean? Not no shade to dude who did it. He did good.
To the best of his ability.
So, you know, me and him was talking, so I came up with the session, went to the studio at his studio. And I gave him a session, and we was listening to it, and he was critiquing it. You know, you got to be open to it.
No, I love that.
So I said, you know, I want to change my verse. I said, but I always drive with Julio's ad-libs. Like, I wanted him, when I feel like if it's your song, do the ad, even if I rhyme on it, I want him to do the ad-libs on it. So that's why I was playing to him. I need them ad-libs higher on my, you you know.
Yeah, because certain shit you said.
Yeah, right.
So I read this the first time this shit ever happened. So I did the verse over. You know, me and him worked on it. Nah, I said like, I think we should say it like that. I said, yeah, I listened to him. So I did it. So I'm finished. I'm thinking he gonna mix the shit right there. He said, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later. He gave me a dap. I left.
Yo, if your engineer care about you, he's not mixing it on the spot.
No, you can't.
That's disrespectful, nigga. If a nigga tell
Bro, you know how many times I got
if you
5 minute mixes, bro?
if you leave your studio session with a mix,
bro,
you got did dirty.
Bro, you know how many sessions I left with a nigga mix my shit 5 minutes, bro? Like,
Bro, that's
here's
crazy.
the mix.
So
Like,
I'm thinking
Any
in my
nigga
mind,
that do that, no, even artists don't do that. There's a tracking session where you actually record, then you send it out to get mixed.
So that's what happened, right? And the file got corrupted. Remember that?
The whole shit, yeah, it was blank. You saw the shit, no
The
files.
whole file got corrupted. So I had to go back up there and
Relay the shit.
Relay the shit. And I already know what he gonna do. So we did the vocals and everything. And you know, I ain't stayed where I left, right? So I hit him, yo, Curry, what's going what's up? How you doing the mix? He said, yo, I'm about finished. It's bumping in the studio, but I gotta bounce it to my car. I'm like, what?
Now, if your engineer don't do the car test,
Bro,
But
the car
explain the
test.
process.
Yo,
Explain the
bro.
process to you. Explain that
Yo, my
process.
nigga, I just met you today, gang.
yeah.
You my nigga, because you know what? Ain't nothing passes through unless you hear it
In the
on
car.
the speaker, the car in your crib. The car in your crib. It got to bump off of something else.
So,
Because in
bro.
the studio, it sound marvelous, but when you
Karen-
leave, it got to sound the same.
Kerry, listen to the process.
Nah.
Listen to it.
So it's crazy because I'm in and out of the car, right? And my dumb ass, I gotta drive too. Cause that's just my vibe, right? Cause I'm used to when you mix, you should mix on something where you know how shit sound. Like if it sound good in my whip with all the noise while I'm driving, I know how it is. So I bounce it down. It'll be on my phone, hop in the whip, throw it on the Bluetooth, start driving. There's something I don't like, I go back in, tweak it, get back in the fucking car, hit the road again. It's the car test. That's to me, that finalizes my mixes because I know I listen to all my music, all my favorite artists. I know how everything sounds in my car.
Right.
If I could mix the shit in my car, I probably would. You know what I'm saying? Because that's you actually getting a perfect sound. Like it's everything it's just perfect, right? Everything's
Right.
flowing at you perfect. And you know that shit because that's where you listen to all your music. So if a nigga gives you your shit the same day, he did
don't
you
care.
filthy. He do not give a fuck. He got his.
I've gotten rough drafts, which is cool. Like,
That's what he should say.
Yeah.
Like if you
Nah,
want
nah.
a rough draft, a reference.
Like my man Con Genius, shout out to him, Sean Genius. He always gave us a rough draft. Like,
That's a good nigga.
I'm gonna do a quick mix real quick so y'all niggas could, whatever.
Vibe out to it,
Vibe
right?
out to it.
And if there's little corrections you want to come
Yeah,
back and make,
yeah.
you come back
That's
and
what I
make
do,
those
'cause
corrections.
Anything I do, I listen to it. I'm
Yeah.
anal when it comes to that shit, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So check it out, Kev. So now, mind you, all this is new. Fucking with him, you know. Who project became his project? So, Kev, let me hit. Nah, he ain't ready yet.
I love it. I love it.
I swear to God, you can't be mad at that
Nah,
shit.
nah.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it, son, if you're not
If
going,
you're not gonna do it right, then don't.
you gotta
put out the
love. Like,
product.
Nah.
and you gotta love.
honestly, I'll
your-
go by
your-
what the artist say. If the nigga just want that type of shit, that's fine. But Tuck, my man, by default, you already my man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Same here, gang.
I'm not going to do you like that, bro. I'm not going to just.
That's why I can't wait till
Yeah.
we get to the studio and work together.
Right.
It's like,
Because and then
I need that energy. He knows I need that because I done this shit and Tuck be like, yo, who? Nah, it don't, whatever. Or I came like, I literally did with my man, when we did he heard the joint when I did the Warriors shit, right? I said, yo, I want you to do something like the Warriors. He's like, yo,
Nah,
I didn't hear that.
I explained to that's the song with the thing. You
Which
was like,
one?
Yo, your man's really coming off. He's
oh,
talking
the
about
shit
that
with the yeah. The
No,
little
but when he's talking
yeah.
about he's my thing was with it was really is when we had Lex, that's his name.
yeah.
And we did the bakery joint.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the first song I produced for him.
Yeah.
And he had a funny style flow. You
Yeah.
heard that?
Yeah.
Like kind of like pun.
Yeah.
So the whole object of the game is Julio is yelling in the background, yo, just talk. Don't worry about it, just talk. On the spot. I'm like, yo, who? That's the ad-lib right there. All through, if you listen to the song, he's like, talk.
You talk.
Talk. Talk. Like right there. And so like the most thing is
that organic shit, that shit that just happened on accident be the best shit sometimes.
The intro of the beat, you gotta think about it. The intro of the beat is when Julio's really, people don't understand, like when they hear it's strategic type, the storyline behind that was me and Julio was talking. I was like, yo, Julio, man, yo, I'm complimenting him on the I was like, yo, where you be getting them ad-libs from? He said, yo, it's strategic type. I didn't know the engineer had a hot mic.
Yeah.
He had a hot mic. And he caught it. And so when he gave the little rough mix, we hear this. We waiting for his song. So first thing you hear is strategic touch.
Yeah. Theme song. Of
Nah. Shit like that be happening, bro.
So my thing is like when you talk about
Wu is notorious for that. You never hear Ray be like, "Yo, close the fucking door, man." Yeah. Fucking idiot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like shit should be.
So it's like when you listen
like
to like you know me, I'm a fan of music, and so when you listening to certain things and stuff like that, and how things happen, and I feel good like when you like your music is something like everything is personal.
Yeah.
Right.
So when somebody makes that music, make it their own like I still haven't hear. I didn't hear the mix yet. I know he did it, but he refused to release it yet to a certain point.
Nah, I like him. He's serious about his shit.
Right.
Like, bro, I did a song called, in my shit, I did a song called You. That was dedicated to all my niggas. Know what I mean? I said his name, I said everybody's name. And mind you, Tug was even chilling with me back then. Like, yo, tell you whatever, you know what I mean? I dedicated, like, yo, same, shout out my brothers, different mothers, but we still brothers. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I said, that they call me Who. That project was on a certain on thing. Then, Who World. That Who World shit was because niggas was talking shit like niggas ain't really, I ain't really that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, this 1031 shit is I just wanted to work with my brother. You know, I got other shit, and we gonna get together. We gonna do what it do. I mean, like I love music, bro. Music to me,
therapy
is something. It's therapy, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like besides working out, or if I get in the studio, I'm not really one of them niggas that get caught up in like if I'm having a bad day or whatever. I'm gonna get over it, nigga. But when I get to the studio, bro, it's like a release because I get to talk my shit. And niggas will tell you.
That's your outlet.
He really that nigga. You know what I mean? He really that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, so it's like real personal. Real on the side note, then we get back to the thing. Yo, this shit's funny with this guy. Yo, that's why I can't wait to work with both of y'all in the studio at the same time. We sitting there. And there's another guy, like, I really respect this guy. That's why I like working with him. And Bashim.
Shout out to my nigga digging new beats, man.
So I really like, you know, it's an energy. That I like to work with. I like his vibe. I like working with him.
Yeah.
So he had threw some beats to Julio. And so Julio said, yo, these shits is hot. Yo, Chuck, come check these. I'm going to send you the beats. You tell me what it is. I said, yo, this is hot. He said, all right, I'm going to just tell Bashim. This is what Julio telling me. Yo, send all the beats to Tut. Don't worry about it. Send them to Tut. Let him worry about it. Yo, who got no filter?
Yeah.
Yo, we was working in the studio with this guy. And so who told the dude? So the dude was working hard. Like the song was, you know, he was mixing the song. Yeah. Who told the guy, yo, don't even worry about it, man. H gonna mix it anyway. Oh, shit.
Same, man. I'm honest, bro.
Fuck it, bro.
Yo, this guy's really working hard for you.
Yeah.
He just told me, don't even worry about it.
But it wasn't because he was working on it. It's like he was struggling. He was hearing like static noises. I see Tut like, yo, something don't sound right. So I'm like, yo, don't even worry about it. We got a nigga that's gonna mix it right for us anyway. You know what I mean? So that's where that shit come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so music I really take personal. So going back to the albums, when I heard Illmatic, it was a dope ass album, but it's like it's one way. I think a complete artist. I like complete artists.
Right.
I like the Bigs. I like the Jay-Z's. I like guys like that could do it all. And if you think about it, if you put them with the best lyricists, they're gonna go head to head or even outshine the best lyricists. If they're gonna get the best poppy songs, they can do that shit too. And that's my
so that's why you feel that way about that. Yeah. Me, I'm more or less master your pocket, right?
Yeah.
If this your pocket, because this is how you attain your fans, right?
Yeah.
This is what they look for from you.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of niggas take L's stepping out of their pocket, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think
When they do a song, you like, the fuck is this? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this ain't it.
I just
you know
don't
what I
think
mean?
they got the right producer. I think think about
All right, because
Ray.
look,
Think
you could
about
say
Only Built for
you
Cuban
could say
Links.
you could say Nas.
Only
is
Built
it-
for
is it-
Cuban Links. When you hear that album, that's not a hip hop. That most hip hop head is not going to like that album.
Of course.
So in that song,
You feel like that's, I mean, that's an incredible album. That's probably, you could argue with that in Illmatic with me and I won't argue with you. I'll be like, you know what?
but
Yeah.
I feel it's more versatility on Only Built for Cuban Links,
It was, yeah. It was.
and that's all I'm saying.
But Nas opened the door. When you the originator,
I'm not disputing that.
you're
he's-
stuck. You already did that, right?
Yeah.
He tried to be versatile on It Was Written, right?
Yeah.
He stepped out of his zones. He had If I Rule the World, this, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
All dope records.
No, that was I'm just putting Cuban Links versus Illmatic, not that other album. The other one was Steve Stouts, and that's
What you talking about? It Was Written, but It Was Written came out more with Cuban links. You know what I'm saying? Remember, thing was it was Illmatic was first before all of that, right?
No, because Into the 36 Chambers was first before that.
And that's not a versatile album at all, bro.
Why it wasn't?
That shit is just a fucking hip hop album, nigga. You could compare that to fucking Illmatic. And that was
You ain't have
9
big records?
niggas.
You ain't have big records in that one?
Yeah, you did. But it was before rap was a crossover thing. You got to remember, they used to play Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With on the radio.
Yeah,
it wasn't about a radio single back then because whatever the
Cream
fuck you put out was a radio single. Cream was a radio single?
But
no,
it didn't
it's a
break
real nigga record that
But
just
did
so
it break
happened.
barriers?
What happened?
Did it break barriers?
No, it
Back
didn't.
then, it was nothing. It was no. You didn't need a poppy radio single. That wasn't the thing back then.
Nigga, that
Remember,
song
they used to play
fire.
Grave
Cashews,
Diggers.
everything
They used to play
around.
Grave Diggers on Hot 97.
Yeah, yeah, they
You know what I'm
used
saying? Like there was
at
hip hop
what
was free.
At what
Or
time?
at
After
regular
12,
rotation.
after 12.
No, it was regular rotation.
Grave Diggers album.
Diary of a Madman was in regular
They was
rotation.
not complaining that
My
Angie
nigga.
Martinez.
It was in regular rotation, and it made the
Wendy
fucking
Williams?
countdown, bro.
Wendy
It was
Williams?
in hip hop, bro. Hip hop was so it was open back then. It was no the whole radio single shit came with the Bad Boy era. You got to remember
The
that.
records got bigger with Bad Boy, but what I'm saying is that
That's when the poppy radio single
Okay,
shit popped.
but when you
But
look-
back in the days, you would hear everything on the radio, bro.
Not on Wendy Williams. Not on Wendy Williams.
Wendy
and
Williams
Angie
wasn't the
Martinez.
break. The yes, you did hear everything on Angie Martinez. You did. Angie
No,
played
she
everything.
Was at 6. That was like that.
Bro,
was late.
you played, bro. You would hear Cream on everything, every hour, right?
Facts.
That is
There,
true.
back then, there was no
And
radio
that was
single.
that was a crossover record.
It wasn't a crossover record. It's a hip hop record. It wasn't a crossover record.
Cream wasn't your typical.
It's not a crossover. A crossover record is an intentional crossover.
Yeah.
A poppy record.
Oh, give me your.
It is a hip hop.
Give me your intentional crossover record.
Anything that came out of Bad Boy, fucking
besides
Mace.
Bad Boys.
What you know about going out head west? That's an intentional pop record,
I
nigga.
think they milked the system. I'm not talking. Let's take them out of it.
If you want to
Other
talk about
artists,
back in the
other
day,
artists.
there was no.
I ain't talking about back in the day. I'm talking about the same era, right?
That-
same era.
that era?
Everybody besides Bad Boys. Give me an intentional.
They
crossover
played
record.
It Ain't Hard to Tell on the radio on a regular. That was a regular rotation
Jay-Z
record.
had the,
They played
Jay-Z had
The World Is
All Night Long.
Yours in regular rotation. Back in the days, there was no radio single. It's whatever you put out as a single that gained traction. It didn't matter. It didn't have to sound poppy. It could be hip hop.
So
Nas,
when Def Jam released Backseat of My Jeep, you telling me they wasn't trying to shop that to make that a big record?
no. That was what L did. That was L's bag. That's just what L did.
I'm not talking about doing it. I'm talking about Backseat of My Jeep. Doing it is a poppy record,
It's really not meant to be a poppy race. It's a nasty record, nigga.
Yeah.
but that's what he did. He gave you them.
You heard the original doing it?
Yeah.
That shit was disgusting, nigga.
I mean, you can't play the shit on the radio.
Yeah,
but
it's
they
not. It
dumped
wasn't
down.
meant for that, but it crossed over, right? On accident.
So Nelly was valid with his shit then.
Back then, you needed a fucking crossover record. You needed a single. in the earlier days, whatever you gave them that gained traction became your single. If you look at,
it's like Salt and Pepper, LL Cool J. When
they wasn't
brought
looking
out,
for
like,
big records.
Round the Way
That's just
Girl
what they
and,
did.
When they
you
dropped
know,
Shoot,
Salt and Pepper put Shoot.
That's
and
when
push
things
it.
things was changing. That's when hip hop was changing.
But that was the mid '90s when they released that album.
What, Shoop?
Shoot, yes. That wasn't no '96.
Yeah, but that's what the bag that they ended up being in. Because what kind of bag Salt and Pepper was in? Like, Push It. Like, they never was not a pop
They was supposed
poppy
to
group.
be a female version of Kid and Play.
Yeah, they
Right.
was always kind of like a poppy group
yeah,
anyway.
poppy,
So
yeah.
you can't really. I'm talking about hardcore hip hop.
So
it was a
when
certain era.
when Dr. Dre dropped The Chronic.
Every song was on the radio, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
But
song was
but
on the
not-
radio.
You say not intentional.
That wasn't intentional.
The
That was the sound of their shit.
The bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks.
Lick on the nuts and suck the
What?
dick, nigga. That shit not
Nigga,
supposed to
what?
be
Yeah,
a
radio,
radio
yeah.
record, but
Right.
it had to be because
Yeah.
we control what they played. Because when we got the album and that shit was banging,
Deep Cover.
popular. Come on, Deep Cover was
was
in
it
regular
radio?
rotation.
Yeah.
Is that a poppy record?
Nah.
No, that's just the way hip hop was.
The other shit, what's the
Then it
shit?
led into Doggy Style with Snoop.
Come on.
What's the other shit
Nothing
that
but
they
a G
created him
thing.
with?
That was
Never,
just
yeah.
that was
Ain't
Snoop's
nothing but
vibe,
a G
nigga. That
thing,
wasn't
baby.
like, oh, we
Two
need a
low
radio
down
record.
G's
No,
every crazy.
play the album and
Afro
this.
is the label of
Come
that
on,
baby.
we wasn't. That shit didn't start until the Bad Boy era.
Yeah.
Bad Boy, I blame them for the destruction of hip hop personally.
Oh my god.
Facts.
But most of the stuff that Bad Boy put out, it was all sampled
Yeah, yeah.
music.
But they brought that sound out. That's the
Right.
sound they brought. That fucked up hip hop. Hip hop wasn't all about that. Hip hop was about creativity. It wasn't about.
Sampling.
And you sounded
all-
like
they all
that.
sample.
That was the birth of you sounding
But I
like
think
him.
they-
We want
I
to
think
sign
they
you.
over-
Remember when A&Rs used to look for somebody who sounded different?
But think about it. When Fab first got in the game, he sounded like Mace.
Just like Mace.
Hey, when he was a
But
freestyle.
he was nicer than Mace. To
No,
me.
he was nice. Lyrically, he was nicer
Yeah.
than Mace. But how he
I remember
started and where
niggas
he at
want it, now they get it. Yeah. He
Nah,
killed that.
No, he killed that.
He killed it.
But where he at now, you could see the lyricism.
He was a lyricist from the
No,
from
he
the
was
jump.
the lyricist for the gut. But
Yeah.
he came in with the Mace style. Like they try to mimic him.
That's literally his voice.
No, I know
He
it's his
couldn't
voice.
even control that.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But how he rapped as the like when he came out the first time,
Yeah.
and how he rapped now is
Yeah.
two different type of fabs.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
definitely.
You feel me? So that's the genre. So now let me ask y'all this, so we could, thing. I'm gonna go around the board. 3 albums. Yeah, instead of we're not gonna do our point of the day today. I just
Okay.
want 3 albums that change your life that shift you in a certain way. We gonna start with K.
I'll go last.
You gonna go last? All right, so we
You
gonna
want to
start.
start with me?
All right, so
Yep.
we're gonna go 3. Instead of the point of the day today, everybody, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do three albums that shifted you into whatever in your life that you feel like it resonated with you.
That touched my soul.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, y'all know it's Illmatic.
Okay.
Because he basically painted my childhood on the album.
Okay.
Everything he said on the album, I could relate to.
Say that.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like every aspect of that album, from niggas pissing in the elevators, like that was regular shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with that. Number 2, Only Built.
For Cuban Links.
Only
Okay.
Built. Only Built. That shit, it was different. It was, and I could have said 36 Chambers because that was the beginning of it, but Only Built, that pocket that Ray and Ghost was in, and I'm gonna say Ghost because Ghost was literally on every joint, right? It was new. It was nothing we've ever heard. Like I said, back then, you had to sound like something different,
Yeah, facts.
right? If you sounded like the other nigga, you was biting.
Yeah.
And you was dead. Any nigga that sounded like another nigga in that era, it was frowned upon, right?
a fact. That's a fact.
Now, an artist sound like somebody, let's sign him. He sounds like this kid,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's when the creativity died. That's when you started getting niggas like, let me just make a song like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what works. Okay, cool. I'm on the radio. I got something popping, whatever. Back then, you had to sound like something different. So I'm gonna say Only Built. Now I'm gonna take it to the West Coast, right? I'm gonna say Doggy Style.
Okay.
All right, because I was introduced to the West from Cube, not even Cube, NWA,
NWA,
right?
yeah.
But Cube to me was one of my favorite rappers at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So, I would give it to Cube, but I'm gonna give it to Snoop and Doggy Style because to me that just took the West Coast sound. It took them beyond, and I feel like Nas' album took the East Coast beyond, right? And I feel like Only Built took the East Coast beyond. That like, all right, boom. This is this. Those are all monumental albums. So those 3 albums for me.
All right, Tug, what's your 3?
First album I have to say that changed my life was I'm gonna say like The Chronic. First time I heard The Chronic it was a different ball game. It was like, I mean, Ninjas for Life was like the start, but The Chronic was like, that was different.
Right. That shit was cool.
I knew that album right there. That was like hip hop Thriller right there.
Dummy, crazy.
So that one did it, and then I'm gonna say Big. To this day, Big. You know what I mean?
Ready? Or
Ready.
Or Life.
Ready started it. If it wasn't for I made a bet. I know Spock see this. He gonna remember this. That song he did with Dreams, when he was from all the R&B chicks.
Yeah.
He was playing that, and I said, man, I don't want to hear that shit. He said, yo, this song right here is so dope. If you don't like it, you could punch me in my motherfucking face. Bet. Let me hear it. I heard it. I said, yo, this shit's so dope. I'm taking your tape. I took it. It was on the doo-wop tape. I took the whole goddamn tape.
Shout out to doo-wop, nigga. He's fire mixtape.
So
doo-wop used to serve us, nigga.
Ready for Die.
Facts.
Now this one is not popular, but it reflects of my life. Is when I heard Brand New Music All for One.
Oh.
And that changed my life with the 5% Nation. That knowledge that Pooh Bah, Sadat X,
Lord Jamar.
Yo, classic album, beginning to end too, by the way.
Yeah, so that changed my life, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the first 5 mic in the Source. Do your homework.
It was a 5 mic though. I know that.
I think it was the first.
And well deserved, because that album was a piece of art.
So
like,
those, if I had to sit there and say things that changed my life, and of course, it was a lot of dope albums. I'm not taking away from those albums.
No,
but
yeah.
we talking about things that changed my life. I never would have been introduced to the 5% Nation if it wasn't for
tell you got knowledge of self?
Yes.
My nigga, me too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is.
All right,
I did anyway. I did.
I got 3 in a single, so don't mind me. You know I'm different. So it's definitely Ready to Die. When I first heard that shit had me just a lot of shit, suicidal thoughts to give me the loot, because I knew niggas that was really getting to that and really like masking up and getting to that shit to go get that, or robbing niggas, jacking niggas. I remember that shit. I mean, I remember I caught a couple of jukes, some of youth checks. You know what I mean, so that's another story for another time. I mean, Reasonable Doubt, definitely. Like when I heard Jay spit that shit, I was just something different, like feeling it. The shit with Mary J, Can't Knock the Hustle. Like that. And then, I mean, Jeezy, Trap or Die. I was making a lot of money then. I was really in the game like that. So I was getting a lot of money. And then one of the songs, my single that resonated with me, Tub Pipe might laugh, Just Ice, Welfare Check. I remember getting on that line with my mother, nigga, to go get that hard ass cheese that don't melt, nigga. You heard? Yeah. So I know I come from that. You know what I mean? You feel me? I come from that. Where that the bread is burnt, but the cheese ain't fucking melt yet. Know what I mean?
Ain't
so
that
I
some wild shit?
Your welfare check, get your welfare check. Come on, everybody. Get your, I mean, so Just Ice was one of them niggas that resonated with my life. Okay, Kay, it's on you now.
So I'm just gonna say the 3 classics. I'm not gonna go on this story.
Nah. You ain't got to. You do what you do.
So Life After Death.
Okay.
I feel that.
Classic.
One of the most complete albums that you could think of. Yeah.
Ever made.
Honestly, the most complete album in hip hop history.
Ever, bro.
Definitely.
Ever.
Lil' Kim, Hardcore.
Hard.
Yeah, fire.
Hard.
And Get Rich or Die Trying.
Understandably.
Damn, that's another one too.
Yeah.
Those are my 3.
I mean, it's hard to just put 3, but I'm gonna, you know what I mean? It was 3 that shaped us around.
That energy that he had it only comes every decade, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Snoop had that run, right?
That Doggy Style was different.
That Doggy Style run was the same, similar to
the murder case.
Everything he had going on.
The case that they gave me
was crazy. So his buildup was that, and then 50 was the next one, and 50 his story, like you said, right?
No, story, yeah.
The nigga,
He was shot 9 times.
he really like nigga. authenticity is important in hip hop, right? You want a nigga like I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know Nas ain't do shit. You know what I mean? Jungle the wild nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nas is really looking out of his project window. You know what I'm saying? But he painted the picture good, right? He told the story well. I don't look at Nas like that. Like, all right, this nigga.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing in music. Sometimes,
you're not the one.
Did it.
But you was around it.
I'm around niggas.
The niggas who did it,
you know
right?
I mean? And they respect it because I
you
do
telling
their
story. You telling their story,
Exactly.
right?
So
For them, they don't rhyme, so you telling their story for them. So that's why I know I can't knock them. But 50, that energy, I haven't seen it since. I'm trying to think. Has anybody gave us that energy since?
Nah, nobody gives that energy. But on the side note, before we go, I'll tell you a joke. He's gonna laugh because I know you're gonna remember it. I had the hottest Volkswagen. I had a Volkswagen, rimmed out, everything, black Volkswagen.
Corrado or
Jetta?
Jetta? Okay.
And I was in Yonkers. Motherfuckers broke into my car. This when I had a system and everything. So they broke in my car. Took my life after death.
Oh.
You had not even life after death.
You had the binder?
I had to bind it, but it wasn't even a life after death. It was it was a life after death. It was a big pun. All my CDs. It was one they left. It was the brand new beat.
Niggas saw that shit. Was like,
they took it out the.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, for years we used to be in the barbershop. I was like the only one that really was on. So Julio and Spot like, yo, for real, you know your shit is just whack.
When niggas steal the whole shit and toss that shit back.
Niggas like, yo, you keep this shit. We don't want this right here.
Funny.
You know what I mean?
That's legendary.
So thank y'all for watching What's Your Point, the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Know what I'm saying? Follow us on YouTube. Hit us up on IG if y'all got anything or any episodes y'all want us to discuss, topics or whatever. Just follow us, nigga. We on Spotify also, man. What's Your Point, the podcast? Peace.
Peace.
The strategic theme song of this hustler. Yes. Thank the customer for loving us. Yes. Everything bakery can't fuck with us. Y'all heard me right, you niggas can't fuck with us. Never thought a scale would get me paid. What?